Yes, welcome to the Arsenal stand, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Mr. Laughter, right here, and we are talking football. As you guys know, every single day we are here to discuss the Arsenal. And yeah, we have a game that is going to be very, very interesting. That is Wolves. We know they're already relegated and they're not going to really gain anything from the game. But always the relegated team gives you a lot of challenges. And if we don't beat Wolves, that's going to be another story that will really, really lead us to a different discussions. But we are going to preview that game as well. And also, FA Cup draw is out as well. So we're going to also look at the FA draw. As you guys know, FA Cup draw was done today, yesterday. And we're going to look at which team actually Arsenal has been given to. For those ones who have really seen it up there, I think you already know the team that Arsenal has been drawn against. And it's a pretty fair one. And I would say, yeah, that's something that we needed with the schedule that we have, with the amount of games that Arsenal is having. I think the draw for the FA Cup is a very, very good one, in my view, because we couldn't have asked for something better, in my view, because I think definitely Arsenal needed something to to something. I would say a team that is a little bit at the lower rank, so at least um, we can progress to the next level, and we shall look at that as well, and give you a detail of which team is meeting which team in the fifth round. As you guys know, it's a FA Cup. It's a very, very good competition that I think if Arsenal can go through also in it. But looks like the draw is against Mansfield. And if you have not read seen Mansfield is a very small team down deep in League One, and the league is not as great. And I think Arsenal should be able to beat the team in no minutes. And I think it also gives us a room to kind of lead us to the aspect of transforming the team as well, changing the team that can help in that particular game. Because I think Mansfield, much as they won the game, I think it's not a very, very good team to disturb Arsenal's progress to the next level, guys. Because we needed a team like that to lead us to the next level, which is great. I see you guys, Graham. I see you. Thank you so much, God. What are you saying? What is that? So I see you guys. But anyway, that is with the FA Cup. So some of the teams that has been drawn. Let me look at it here real quick and give you just a preview of it real quickly. So Port Vale is gonna play Bristol City, which that is still fourth round, and then in the fifth round, we know West Ham is going to play Brentford. That is going to be the game is going to be played on March 7th, which is pretty much probably few weeks to come. And Arsenal will go to Mansfield Town. That is a very, very beautiful, I think, draw for Arsenal. And Newcastle is gonna go to Manchester. I mean, Manchester City is actually going to Newcastle United. Wow, this is gonna be interesting. Manchester City is gonna play Newcastle United this weekend, and again they are gonna meet again. I think it's almost gonna be 4, 5 times Newcastle meeting Manchester City in the spell of probably a week or so. This is gonna be interesting. We will see who is win, because Carabao Cup now Manchester City took them out. I think this FA Cup is going to be intriguing between Manchester City and Newcastle United. We know the worst thing is they're going to Newcastle United. They're not like playing at Etihad. And Leeds United is playing Norwich, and Chelsea has been given Wrexham. And then which other team? Liverpool. Which team is Liverpool playing? So Liverpool has been given Wolves, and Fulham playing Southampton. So that's the draw for you guys in the FA Cup. and I think it's yeah, it's gonna be a very very good game, in the FA. And Arsenal has been given like the team that I expected that at least. Thank you so much, guys. I see you, Lennox. I see you, and Les Bio. I see you as well. Thank you for joining. Yeah, let me know in the comment what you think of the draw that Arsenal has been drawn with Mansfield, a team that I've never actually followed them. I don't even know anything to do with who they are completely, to be fair. But I think it's a big game. As Arsenal, we want to progress in every competition, and still, I think we're gonna make it in this competition in the FA Cup and probably move forward as quick as we could. And it's a good one. It's a good one, guys. It's a really really good one. Now we also know that Arsenal is gonna play Wolves, and Wolves has been a very very difficult team for Arsenal. Looking at some of the games that they have played recently, I know every time we meet Wolves, at least they score a goal. I Every time I think of Wolves, it's just that game that I mean, what is his name? Martinelli getting two yellow cards at the same time, and then all of a sudden we're out 10 men. That's the game that every time I go to Wolves, I just remember like, oh man, that was the worst game at Arsenal's. I mean, for me, that we really played at Wolves, getting that red card in a spell of like Martinelli, almost like I think 5 minutes, even less than 5 minutes. Martinelli got that red card. It's just crazy, man, crazy, and you just don't. But hopefully, we will be doing what we call a must win for this game. Now, I want to give you my take on this particular game because it's not an ordinary game. Looking at the back of coming back from a draw against Brentford, I think, as I said, it's a must win for Arsenal. If we don't win this game, guys, I see you, Javo. I got you. Any tips on new people of on yet? What do you mean here? It's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, man! Happy birthday, man! Happy birthday to you. Let's see. That is Caleb. Oh, happy birthday to you, man. It's yeah, it's great. I My birthday was also like a few weeks ago. We share the month. We share the month. Great Caleb. Happy birthday to you. And then chart. Um yeah, that's great. If you wanna do anything and have any question or anything, just put it up there on the chat. I'll definitely get back to you. But yeah, that is with the game. Now we also know that Arsenal are gonna go to Wolves, and it's not an easy game, and it's gonna be tough by all means. But I think looking at the game that we played against Wigan, I think yeah, it's gonna be massive and it's gonna be crazy. Um, in my view, I think if Arsenal can win this game and really extend that points to 7 points against Wolves before even Manchester City goes to play in the weekend, that is with Newcastle United, I think it's going to be very, very crucial because we need those wins, guys. We need to kickstart everything beginning in these 12 matches left. Mikel Arteta always, actually, Pep Guardiola always says the last 10 games is where you as a Premier League team wins the trophy because that's where you have that squeaky bum moment, or you even have like those particular moment where you see that, oh, we you can see the finishing line. And Manchester City has always been very very good in that particular uh way to like go on for a run, 10 games run, 6 run, like that. But I think Arsenal also did that last season. And I think we should be in a good shape if we start the run with beating Wolves. I know always going to Wolves is just very, very difficult, and they will do what we call low block. Probably getting a point for them would be something. It's not going to change anything completely, but I think, yeah, going there is gonna at least give us that challenge that we need. We know Wigan came to the Emirates and they played a game that I didn't expect them to do that because they were going for the game. They didn't really play low block. I thought they were gonna come to the Emirates and do low block, but I think sometimes with Wolves, with all the players that they have sold, and being that I think they're really relegated as well. I don't see us losing this much. And if we are to lose the game or even have like a draw or something, it's just gonna be a pain, you know. And and I think Arsenal fans are gonna go on the team with a lot of things. Like they will go on the team with a lot of criticism, and that is not gonna be good for the team. It's not going to be good for the team because we need every player these moments to be on it. We need every Arsenal player to be on it, and we need Mikel Arteta to kind of revive and bring in things that many people have not thought of. I just like the initiative that he actually had in this game against Wigan. If you could see Bukayo Saka, that we have been crying so much for him to join in the midfield, and he came on playing number 10. I have never seen Mikel Arteta try something like that. And we know Bukayo Saka is not yet great. He hasn't been on the winning performance that we have seen, like scoring goals and beating his opponents and beating defenders. He hasn't been doing that. But I think in this new role, with Odegaard missing, with Moreno missing, like some of the midfielders that we like Kai is missing. I think if Bukayo Saka can really take that role to be his, with the intervention of having Eze in there and probably Declan Rice and Superman in the midfield, I think we would be in really, really good shape to go on and win certain things in this league because we need these wins, guys. We need to start winning our matches. We need to start winning our games so that even if things go on the way we don't expect, we are still up there. Because I don't want to go to Etihad, like I always said, with almost 0 points, with nothing completely, and probably with maybe 3 points or 1 point adrift. I think Manchester City we need to show Manchester City that we are on it and we are playing our game and we are on there. That is great because we need it. We need it, guys. We need it. And as we settle down to play some of these games, I think no matter what happened, Arsenal should be in good shape to win this trophy. And I think the only thing that we can pray for or ask for is to win this match at Wolves. We need to do everything in our power to win this match at Wolves. No matter what we can do, whether Mikel Arteta is going to play a different defender, whether Mikel Arteta is going to change the old up front. We know Gabriel Jesus started the game against Wigan, and I think if we can start Gyökeres, who has been fairly okay, he's improving. It's not like the Gyökeres that we knew from Sporting Lisbon, but I think he is something that we need in this particular moment. If he can step up, since Saka is not really doing so great, I think against Wolves with the defensive problem that Wolves have had the whole season, we should be cruising. We should be cruising to all these particular games. I know it's just difficult in the Premier League. Whenever you go to play the team that are in the bottom league, man, it's always not that easy. They give you a hard run, a hard run, typical hard run for every single game because they have nothing to lose, guys. They don't have anything to lose. But I think if we can give our players the opportunity to win, if we can give our players the avenue to be free to play their game, I think we should be in good shape to win every single game come this season. I'm not saying we're going to win all the 12 or even 13 or even 16 matches left, but we are having the opportunity at least to try something different, to show to the Premier League that at least Arsenal is trying. And I believe in this match against Wolves, and also knowing that we have a draw in the FA Cup that is very, very easy, we should be in good shape, guys. We should be in total good shape to to, to do what we can do. Because if being in these all four competitions, we didn't come there just out of crook. We could see the progress that Arsenal has been having in this entire season. And it wouldn't be good for Arsenal to lead all this entire time, and at the end of it all, you just let the league collapse, guys. Or you give up and then you let Manchester City take over from you in the dying minute. It's almost like Usain Bolt running so fast at the beginning, and then at the end, where you want to make it to the finishing line, you just collapse. We don't need to collapse at this particular moment. We need to now pull up our socks as Arsenal and start going in for a complete run, what we call a complete run to win these Premier League matches and take this title home. Because we need it. We do need it, guys. After finishing runner up for almost 3-4 years, I think this is the moment. What can Mikel Arteta do in this match really to win? I want to start by looking at my predicted starting 11 because I think looking at the game that we had at Wigan, there are things that I've seen that Mikel Arteta can play around with the team to gain something different or to get something that can help us move forward or maybe score more goals or even control the games because Wolves are not easy. Even if they're going to be relegated, they are still a good team. They can give you problems because they still have players that can drive balls forward. They can still score. Much as they're trailing down there in number 20, I think they still have some games in them. And I think we don't have to go there with complacency. We have to go and say, yes, we are here to thumb our authority on you, Wolves, and blow them away. If we could blow them away in the first half like crazy, that would be really, really good. We just blow them away in the first few minutes. Score 2-3 goals, like 4-5 goals, And it's gonna be something very, very interesting. The match would be very, 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 very enjoyable if we begin by scoring ourselves. Now, let me go to the predicted 11 that I think might work for this particular match. Now, we know Calafiori is off. We know Odegaard is off. We know Moreno is off. We know Kai Havertz is off. So those are our four main people or players that we always want them to be on, but injury problem for Arsenal has been a very, very huge thing. Like it's been a problem for the entire season, of course. So we need to improve on that. Now, of course, I will bring David Raya back in the defense. I mean, in the goal post. We know Kepa had his chance in the FA Cup. So in this match, I would bring Raya back, but it has to improve because Raya was not great against Brentford. I know sometimes when you go back to play in your former team, you just have issues sometimes, and maybe the pressure is too much, or you feel like everybody is looking at you and criticizing and showing stuff. But I think Raya, in this match, I will bring him back, and then in the defense, still, I think I will bring back Gabriel and Saliba to play. But Mosquera has also been super, super. That's a very, very good defender, actually. Mosquera, he is proving to be somebody that, yeah, it's amazing to see that Arsenal spent a very little amount to get Mosquera, but he is proving to be the defender that we miss, like the way he played against Wigan and the way he played the last few games is been immense. He's been good. And I think if Mikel Arteta can rotate him between Saliba and probably Gabriel in some situation, it's gonna help because he's good. But I think for this one, I will go with my best back four. That is Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, and I will have Timber probably start, and then Nkapie come back again to play. MLS will rest and maybe stay in the bench. So that would be my defense. It's just the regular defense as well, but I think with this Wolves team that is a little bit difficult and tricky, I would stay with the back four that is good and that has been helping so much in the Premier League and also in the Champions League. That's my back four. Now in the midfield, because midfield is a little bit tricky with the absence of some of the players that we have. I think we need to change things a little bit and probably move in some of the players in some locations. Probably I will bring back Declan Rice and Zubi back in the midfield, and instead of probably having Eze start, I think I will have Saka start in the midfield. Probably let him play in the first half. I will let Saka, Declan Rice, and Zubi start so that we can see Bukayo Saka in that 10 role because we want to see him more there. That's just my idea and what Mikel Arteta has done with Wigan. So if we can try that against Wolves, because Wolves is not that very good, so Bukayo Saka might have room to drive the balls and he might also have room to score because he hasn't been scoring the way we expect him to be. I know injuries has been on and off on him, but I think if we can move Bukayo Saka to play still at the 10, it's going to be very, very important for this particular match. And so that we can also like kind of have different areas where we can generate more goals when it comes to this low block that maybe Wolves might employ. We need something like that to help. So I would start Declan Rice, Zubi, and then Bukayo Saka in the midfield. Now in the wing, I'm gonna go with this game. I think Trossard might start, and then Madueke has been good. So I would go with Madueke, Trossard, and Gyökeres because I know Gabriel just scored in against Wigan. He played well actually. It was a good game, but I think Gyökeres needs to at least gain some momentum as well because he has in the last few games that he has played in the Premier League, he wasn't that bad. Like I think even at Brentford, he just didn't have the chance to score, but he was good. He was good at that particular moment. So I think I would have Gyökeres, I would have Trossard, and Madueke up top. That is for my striking line. That could be my predicted lineup. Let me know yours in the comment as well. Who would you go for? Who would you bring out? Who would you take out from this predicted lineup that I have? But I know Mikel Arteta will choose whatever works for him in this particular game. But let me know in the comment what you think and who you think you can put in the place of midfield or even striking line. Would you play probably Gabriel Jesus in this game instead of Gyökeres, or would you even play Eze? I know he has been, yeah, his passes were so good in against Wigan, but we don't really know. He needs that consistency. So, um, if Mikel Arteta wants to play him, I think any team that Mikel will bring against Wolves, I would totally agree with it. But I think that's just my opinion on the lineup that I would go with. Is if I were Mikel Arteta, that's what I would bring. But whatever team Arsenal can put out against Wolves on Wednesday, I think it's gonna be good. It shouldn't bother so it shouldn't be something that everybody could cry about because the squad depth is just so good that this team put in can actually change the whole team and still go on and beat Wolves. Because I think it's this moment that Mikel Arteta has to start changing players, like moving players in out so that they can have the rest. Because it's almost like finals. Every game that we play should be like finals because without that mentality of finals, it's going to be very, very tricky. Manchester City, as everyone knows, they're not at their best for sure, And I know they will still lose points, but I think if we can do our job to try as much as possible to win many games as we could or as we can, we shouldn't be worrying about what Manchester City is doing. Like I have been saying, if we can go to Etihad at least with 7 points or even 6 points and probably go there and win, the title will be done, like completely done. That's something that we need to do, you know? And I think if we can go on like that, keep winning. I know Chelsea is going to be difficult. We have the North London Derby on the weekend as well. That's another crazy game that I'm going to talk about probably in the next few days once Wolves has gone by. And it will all depend on what happens at Wolves. If we happen to lose or even drop points at Wolves, it's going to be total meltdown for all Arsenal fans. I know how Arsenal fans behave. This YouTube will be will be busting, I said, with bottle jobs. Everybody would now say yes. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fire if Arsenal doesn't win that Wolves because the trend has been there. We could see the trail that Arsenal is they played well at Brentford, but I think if they happen to play around with this match, this is where Arsenal fans are gonna turn against the players. And I don't want that to happen because I feel like we have something special coming up this season and we need to stay cool. We need to perform, even if we are at our worst, even if we think things are not going on well. I think there is something that we can create from this particular game, and yeah, it's going to be massive, guys. It will be super, super important if Arsenal can go in for a win. Let me know in your prediction. What would be your prediction for the match as well? Do you think? What's your score prediction if you able to give us there here on the chat as well. I've seen some other people already here. Happy birthday to that is fun. Let's see. Yeah, we have happy birthday to Caleb here. So have you got tips for new people yet? Also there. So yeah, all these are happy birthday wishes. Yeah, happy birthday to whoever has a birthday today. It's Leon. Yeah, what is this question? There was a question. Yeah, in the chat, if you have any question in the chat, these are all happy birthday wishes. But yeah, everybody saying yeah, hi, please, Graham. What is that? Can you? What is that? I don't know what that means. Yeah, if there's no question actually, but yeah, I see everybody there on the chat who have written. Thank you so much for joining anyway. Thank you so much for joining in the chat, and I appreciate so much, guys, for being on there. It's always difficult for people to see things, but I mean, we can always yeah, give your opinion on the chat as well. So that we can probably have fun and fun. But yeah, basically that is what we have for the game itself. So we're not gonna take long today, guys, because it's a little bit late. So we're gonna do on a 30-minute stream, and tomorrow as well we will get back. So my score prediction for this particular game, I think I'm going in for a 3-1 for Arsenal because I think Wolves might nick something also, and I think my prediction will be 3-1 for this particular game. And I think it's gonna be challenging, but I think it will be good if Arsenal go in for a win. But let me know what's your prediction and what do you think Arsenal can do to win this game because it's a massive game. It's a massive game. It's a massive game, very very massive game for Arsenal. In by all means, because we need this win, and if we can show up and play a game, I think um it's gonna be difficult. I know, but I think Wolves, since they're already relegated, they just give hard time to the teams, and we are going for the league. They're going for nothing. And I think if we can just do our best and win, that would be good enough, guys. But there's nothing much we can do. And I think 3-1 should be my prediction. And Arsenal should go on and win the league for that. Yes. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining. That's all we have for today. Nothing much to go. And let me go sleep and have a rest. I will see you guys tomorrow as we can talk more about the game and have some guests here. One love, guys.